Good morning! Okay, this is the 10th vlog on this second channel of mine, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of talk about all of the mistakes that I made making these 10 videos, and also the learnings and maybe what I can improve in the future when making these vlogs. First and foremost, I think it's all about getting the shot and not making the shot. And this situation right here is probably the best explanation. I have been a freelance film editor for many years, and my main channel now has over 66,000 subscribers. However, when it comes down to making advertisement, making my review videos, I obviously make the shot by placing lights, placing the camera properly and framing the shot. But with this vlog type situation, it's all about getting my thought out of my brain into the camera and capturing the moment and the thought. So in situations like this, for example, I place the camera wherever I can in this kitchen, be it either here on the coffee machine or right now next to the sink. And obviously this probably isn't the best placement for the camera, the best framing, and especially not the best lighting. I noticed with most of my vlogs, the lighting most of the time isn't great. For example, in one of my recent vlogs, I placed the camera here, facing in this direction, and here's the window, so obviously the light becomes very flat and not that great. If I would take the time to kind of craft an image, then I would place the camera differently. I would place a light here to fill out my face with all of the harsh shadows, but as I said, it's all about getting the shot and not making it. With these vlogs, I really want to pump out my thoughts and capture the moment as fast and without any obstruction as possible. As previously mentioned many times, for me, these vlogs is all about repetition and making them as low effort as possible, not because I'm lazy, but because I want to make them as easy and quick as possible so I can put in the reps, but also give you a very in the moment thought and idea. And these vlogs, as I said, are all about filmmaking, but also about just creating them, allowing yourself to experiment, allowing yourself to gain the experience by repetition, and making these videos as easy as possible. And as you can tell, I was able to put out a vlog almost every second day, and I filmed them and edited them basically in 1.5 days. So I'm getting very fast now, and I really enjoy the process of making these vlogs. Alright, so unfortunately the battery of my Pocket 3 just went out or emptied, and this is a good opportunity to kind of talk a little bit about gear and something that I noticed during this vlogging process, but I already also noticed previously when I was making my reviews. This Pocket 3 is for me personally a game changer, just because I can take it wherever I am and film all of my videos, be it reviews but also vlogs. And the ability to connect the DJI mic 2 is a really good feature that makes filming stuff so easier. However, as I said, this is something that I noticed previously before, but now I'm kind of voicing this out. The DJI Mic 2, or in this case the Rode Wireless Go, these mics, these lav mics, despite them being wirelessly connected, they have one downside. These are fairly, in air quotes, heavy, and what I noticed is when I attach them either to my sweater or my jacket or whatnot, because they have some weight to them. It's not much, but it is still enough that they kind of flop over to the front or to the back in a direction that is not really great for voiceover sometimes. And if you don't really take care of that, especially when you're vlogging, I feel like in my reviews I notice it much quicker because as I previously said, make the shot. I'm not just getting the shot, but when I'm vlogging, I'm trying to get the shot as quickly and as effortlessly as possible. So sometimes I forget the mic, so I put it onto my clothing, and then either it kind of flops to my chest and then the sound gets muffled, or it flops to the other direction and it's not as clear or not as high quality as I would like. And I guess that's the reason why some people in videos hold it up like this. I do this sometimes as well, just because I then can make sure that the mic is fairly close to my mouth, or it helps to kind of deliver whatever you want to say because you have something in your hand. I mean, I can understand why some people really dislike when people have this thing in their hands, because obviously it's a lav mic, you want to connect it to your clothing, but having something in your hand really helps to deliver whatever you want to say. And as I just previously mentioned, if this is too heavy and your clothing isn't as, let's say, rigid, then attaching it to your collar sometimes means that the mic will bend in that direction, or in worst case, if it's a t-shirt, it kind of bends inside. So if this is the top, it kind of bends like this and goes into your shirt, and then the audio is even more muffled. That is definitely something I noticed. I have not found a solution yet. You can use the magnet and put it here on the chest, which actually is the better placement anyways. But you need that magnet, and I noticed that I kind of lose that small little magnet sometimes, and especially if you want to get the shot and want to work quickly and effortlessly, then having that magnet and kind of fumbling it underneath your shirt isn't as practical as I would like in a vlogging situation. So having good audio is great, and I can highly recommend the DJI Mic 2, especially in combination with the DJI Pocket, but you really need to keep in mind that this has some weight to it, and your clothing might not be able to support that weight. I have not found a perfect solution yet for making this work in a vlogging situation. Also, obviously, when you're walking or whatever, you might not be able to hold it in your hand, and I would highly recommend not to hold the mic by itself like this. I would personally prefer to have it attached to something like the case, so there isn't too much vibration noise from your fingers going directly into the mic. So having something to give the vibration a little bit more space in between where you're touching and the mic helps a little bit, but I'm still searching for a solution where I could better clip it to my body. I personally don't like to clip it to my head if I have a hat, because I think it looks kind of stupid, but also the pickup pattern, in my humble opinion, is a little bit weirdly placed. If you put it onto your cap and it's here on the side, I find that the pickup pattern of your voice isn't that great. So yeah, I'm still looking for a solution where I can, in a vlogging situation, not in a situation where I create a shot, but in a vlogging situation where I can place that mic better on my body. And yeah, if you have a good solution, then let me know. I try to put it on my sling bag, but sometimes the sling bag slides down, or sometimes the jacket comes in between of the mic and my mouth and is rustling against that. So yeah, I'm still trying to search for something, but yeah, that is definitely something that I learned with making these vlogs. And the next thing that I really learned in this journey is to let go. With all of these vlogs, there is a huge difference in terms of views and in terms of success with these vlogs. Obviously, I put work in them and I kind of want views with these, but I'm trying to really let go of getting those views. As I said so many times, this is all for me to kind of get stuff out, practice, and concentrate on making these videos. And I can totally tell that I have a huge benefit in my skill set, in my proficiency by making these videos so many times, making the reps just like working out. I see progress in me making these videos, making these vlogs. I get faster. It's so much fun to make these videos, and I see some comments that I really enjoy to reply to, but I also really like getting these thoughts out of my head, and it is totally fine for me to just let go. And if a video just gets like 10 views, that is totally fine by me. I have my main channel with all of my reviews, and maybe this channel will pick up at some point, but it is totally fine for me to just let go, right? It is all about the journey, all about making progress and also documenting stuff. Maybe further down the line I will actually vlog and put some personal stuff into these vlogs whilst still giving you the information that you need to create a new YouTube channel. And that is actually the next step that I want to make. Learning to film outside when people are walking around. I get so subconscious. That is so difficult for me. But that's the next step that I want to make. Vlogging outside. And then again, to emphasize what I mentioned in my previous video, to concentrate on your videos. I'm letting go of the views, I'm letting go of the subscriber numbers. This is all for me to practice, to learn, to develop my skills and enjoy the process. And honestly, I'm really enjoying this process a lot because there aren't any stakes, for me at least. As soon as you can let go and get rid of that need and want for views and subscribers, I'm just doing this. As you can tell here, I'm just putting the camera, switch on some lights, or I'm standing in the kitchen and then I just record and document the thoughts that I have. And hopefully I can give you, those of you who watch these, can give you some information and some knowledge that benefits you in making your own vlogs and developing a skill. So I just uploaded my 9th video. As I said, this is the 10th video and this is all about kind of me summarizing what I've learned over these 10 episodes of vlogging almost every day. I would say it was every second day. For me, going into this new channel, this small channel, into a new niche, there's so much to learn. After now, I think it was like 3 hours or something, I have 10 views, which is obviously low, but it just tells me there are 10 people watching these videos, and I'm really thankful for those of you who watched these videos. Please comment below what you plan to do, because I assume if you watch this, you might consider making a YouTube channel, or maybe you're coming from my main channel. Then obviously you are the best because you support this channel and my main channel. But I assume you maybe consider making a channel, so comment below what you want to make. And I think my whole learning with making this new channel is, as I previously said, to let go of the numbers, because I get so much enjoyment of making these videos, not necessarily because they are great videos, but more importantly because they are so effortlessly and so liberating, and I don't really think about that these videos are successful. All of those kind of worries are on my main channel. There I obviously want every single video to be a banger, and hopefully people like the video and get value out of that video. And don't get me wrong, I want people to get value out of these videos as well, and if these videos will be at some point successful, that is a great thing. That is a great thing. But for me at the moment, this is all about having another creative outlet and not kind of constraining myself with, in air quotes, having good production quality, because I have to create the shots with placing a light, kind of thinking about all of the structures that a review might need and all of the technical details. With this, I just grab my Pocket 3 or my phone or my Fuji XM5 and then just switch on record, talk about what I want to talk about, capture the moment and create this small little videos that hopefully you can learn something from, or hopefully maybe can inspire you to also create a YouTube channel, or it's just entertaining. And as I said, this is so much fun and I'm looking forward to kind of hone my skills even more to be able not only to make this video just purely educational. At the moment, I think all of these videos are more in line of giving you as much information from a filmmaker's perspective on how to make a YouTube channel. And I really want to underline how to make it. I'm not saying that if you do it like this, you will be successful, because as you can tell from this video and the videos before, I'm not successful with this. But I get a lot of enjoyment out of making this video, and that is something that I personally value a lot, and I hope that maybe this inspires you to make those videos as well. And going back to what I was saying just shortly before, I hope that by repeating these videos, creating these videos on a very regular basis, so not only once per week as I do on my main channel, but more in terms of every second day, maybe daily at some point. And once I get into such a routine of making these videos very fast and quickly, I hope I can kind of spice in some day-to-day life. Not sure if that is interesting to anyone, but it will be interesting for me to document my life whilst interwebbing it with some educational footage that will be important to you. So that is my goal. As I said in the beginning, vlogging outside when people are around, then hopefully kind of making it a documenting time capsule for me to document some of my life stuff, but then also including some educational footage for you so you can learn something. Yeah, and that is basically the end of this video. It's already almost midnight. I'm going to bed now, and I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you. And again, for those 10 to 20 people who have been watching these videos, let me know in the comment section below, what are you planning to make in the future when you start a YouTube channel? More importantly, if you thought about making one but you haven't yet, also tell me why you haven't started yet. Alright, if you want to see my last video where I kinda told you about how to make your first vlog, check out the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.